Alrighty, everybody, good morning to all of you, and here we are back. We'll be working on the project called Excalidraw, and let's see how much we can do. Again, we will be giving around 3 hours, sorry, 6 hours to this project. First of all, we are gonna be live for 3.5 hours right now. What time is it? We won't be for 3.5 hours, at least for 3 hours. We are gonna be live, and we'll be working on this project, and after that we'll take a break for half an hour, and then we'll be going live again, and then we'll spend 3 hours working on this project. So this is the plan for now. Let me check whether I'm live or not, whether I'm audible or not. Once everything is set up, then we'll simply be going ahead, and even I can check this thing later on. So let's continue from here on. This is day 36 of 365 days challenge. That means, and even we have learned quite a lot. It's been a month, and we have improved a lot. I've improved a lot. I feel it. Okay, so let's go ahead. And as for that project, even yesterday I was facing the problem with this Docker thing. The problem was this, like as soon as you run Docker compose up, okay, what it does, it runs two services. It runs first of all the Postgres, and it runs app. But the thing is that there was something conflict, there was a conflict with this app, and because of this thing, whenever I was running the service, wasn't actually uh, it wasn't connecting to the database properly. Ultimately, maybe it could be that it used to build first, and then it used to start the Postgres, and because of that thing I had to face the issue. So what I did, I had to just delete all the files. Ultimately, I had to restart my Docker, and I use it using a command. I did it. I will show you even that. And then when I restarted this thing, it started working. So this is the first thing. The another thing is this: whenever my if I use this method here, okay, Docker file is great. First of all, I'm running Postgres, and then I'm running app, and I'm saying that the build depends on Postgres. This is the most important thing. And once these things are done, then I'm going to Docker file, and inside Docker file I'm running npx prisma generate. I'm not running npx prisma migrate dev, because it needs to be migrated in the build section, like whenever the Postgres is ready, and when I start building, at that time actually schema needs to be migrated, and that is why I have kept this inside a package.json file over here. npx prisma migrate, first of all migrate it, and then build the things if needed, and once things are built, then just start the project. So this is the script that we have right now. So what happens is that as soon as the Postgres is ready, okay, this backend is ready, we start the app and we start building. When we start building, at that time ultimately I migrate the things from here, and schema is migrated, and once the schema is migrated, everything works fine. And as for this Docker file, this Docker file runs when my just a sec, where is that? Here. So okay, as for that Docker file, the Docker file also runs while building, but when it comes to getting running npx prisma generate, it also needs the env file. Okay, and you can't run npx prisma generate directly without the database URL, and that database URL I am getting from env file. Database URL I have saved here as well. So from here I am getting the database URL for this particular command. If I do not have the URL, this particular command will fail. So this is the thing that I am doing here. And apart from this particular thing, if I actually don't want to have the URL here, like I don't want to keep the URL in the env.env file, so I can do another thing. I can actually move this particular command to the script as well, so that it runs here, and when it runs here, that means it gets the data when I'm actually something running inside it, npx prisma migrate dev and this. So it is getting the data from here. Ultimately it is getting the environment from here. I have already set the environment here, so whenever the build file runs, it gets the environment from here, and because of that thing I do not face the issue. So there are two ways, and any one of them are gonna be okay. I was stuck with this problem, and finally I just solved it yesterday. It was not like I resolved it today. It got resolved yesterday itself, but it took a lot of time. Even you can just have a look at the video, like how much I struggled at the end. But struggle keeps going on. That's not a big problem. This is how we learn. Let me make sure that I'm connected to Wi-Fi. What is the problem? There's something wrong with this. My laptop isn't connected to Wi-Fi. That's crazy stuff. Settings. I'm not even getting Wi-Fi setting. Display network. There should be here. Not set up. I have to restart it. I think again. Something's up with this. So let's restart it and then see if it's resolves or not. Okay, never mind. The main goal of today's class to work on the draw app, and let me check first of all. I've been speaking for a long time, but still not sure if I'm audible properly. Wow, there is already one person. I never expected this thing. Thank you very much for being here. You are awake so early in the morning. Okay, I'm audible. That is like that. Okay, let's simply go ahead, continue with this thing. So even let's check this command with whatever I've explained so far, that's actually working or not. So docker compose. Even we have to check this thing. Docker compose works both the ways. Let me explain this thing too. There are two commands and they give the same result, and I'm not sure which one is better. First one is docker compose up. This does the job, versus docker compose up. This also does the job. I'm not sure which one is better, so let's check this thing out too. The difference between docker compose up and is mainly lies in the command's implementation and packaging. Docker compose up is the original standable docker compose command that is installed and run as separate binary from docker. In contrast, this docker compose up is the newer syntax where docker compose is integrated as a command inside main docker CLI docker binary itself. The newer form follows Docker's move to unify the user's experience under a single binary functionality. Both commands do the same thing. They build, recreate, start, and attach containers. They build it, they recreate it, they start it, they attach it to the containers defined in a container docker compose.ml. There is no difference in the output or behavior for the core command. They are interchangeable in terms of what they do. The main difference includes docker compose up is the part of docker CLI, generally requiring docker version this above, and thus does not need a separate installation of docker compose. Docker compose up is the legacy standalone tool that requires separate installation. The newer docker compose uses compose specifications as part of docker and is expected to become the standard going forward. Both accept the same options: build and start containers and attach logs. The older compose has been around longer, while the newer this is new. Refer to the future compare. In summary, this is modern. Okay, got it. So let's run the docker like docker compose and see whether it actually does the job. Well, I think it will do it automatically, so I should be able to get the result. I will have to delete the volumes in the container. If it actually does the job, then I will have to go with another way. Yeah, it does the job. So what I want is that let's delete the volumes and everything. Docker ps, there's no process running. And when it comes to docker containers, so I have this one container, so I'm gonna be deleting this container right now. And as for this image, I have docker compose up image that got created, so I will be removing this as well. The thing is that it builds it, start it, and then it does the job. Something like it ultimately handles everything. So I am going to be removing everything from here, then I will be starting again. And this time the thing is that I'm using npx create npx prisma generate inside docker file, not a prisma script. Let's run this again and then see whether it works or not. And I hope my laptop is gonna be working fine. Well, it really solves the issue. Earlier, I had to start the database in a container. I had to start the app container. Then I had to connect them through the network. I had to connect my database to volume. I had to give the port number. Even I had to give the port number to my app. So there were so many steps. Not only this much, we had to give the names, and apart from the names, we had to create networks. Oh my god, there was so much stuff. We had to even then connect it to the database, and right now everything is getting done automatically. So that's a good thing of Docker Composer. Well, the thing is that I'm not getting it. Well, that is insane. I had better use this as I'm gonna be using this dongle that I have. My laptop is not getting the Wi-Fi connection. I don't know why. Let's see. Right now, is this gonna be okay? I hope it should be fine. I don't know. This happened for the first time. I'll have to open it in opening laptop. Well, I'm still not getting it. Quit it. VPN. What is the next thing that I can add? Point open VPN wide god. Why is that? So that some problem or the other I keep facing on a daily basis. Alright, it's not gonna be solved, at least right now, so I should stop worrying about it. VPN not set up. Never mind, let's continue like this only. So this thing is up and running, and if I have a look at the result, I'm getting the right result, so I should not be worried about this. So let's stop this particular thing right now and continue with the app that we were running. Even we can do the same thing over there. Even let's run Docker over there. Let's create a Docker file and see if the things work fine or not. We have to get many things done there, so it's gonna be quite a challenge actually. It's not gonna be easy peasy thing. Running Docker inside the container that I already have. Interesting. So I have draw app here. Okay, let's keep it on the right side. I may not able to have a look at the chats. That's crazy stuff. How can I solve this? I had powered it off, and right now I'm facing this problem. Let's give it one more time. By the way, the issue that I had to face this thing is same. That I had to create database again. I had to create a volume again. And then I had to migrate it once the database is created. Then I had to start the app. So these many steps are there. The thing I want, as this is already a turbo repo project, why not start everything with one command, that is Docker Composer. Okay, this is gonna be insane, but it's gonna be great. Okay, so this is what we want to do right now. As for the things, let's close everything. We will be figuring the things out. We have these many things over here. The first step is pretty much simple. I have Docker, right? and what are the steps that I need to keep in mind initially. Let's close this one, by the way. Oh, just a sec. Turbo.json. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do it, but as I know Docker right now, so I should be able to do it. Okay, that's crazy. I don't know I'll be able to do it or not, but I should be able to do it because I know Docker. Okay, let's do it. As for the steps right now, what all I'm having to do. Steps. First of all, right now what I do is pretty simple. I first of all create a database, create a DB. Then once after the DB is created, what I do, I connect it in a volume, create a DB, then connect to the steps that I am following right now. Connect it to a volume, network, and give it a name, network, and not like this, connect to volume network, give not like this, volume and network, give the process a name, give it a name, and then connect to the network, volume, do port mapping. Once port mapping is done, what next? Assign password, Postgres password, Postgres, like this. Provide Postgres, provide Postgres password, and run it. Like this much we have to do. Once this is done, then what do we have to do? Once this is done, build the project and network, build the project and use network is equal to host, something like this. And even there should be variable, environment variable, if I'm not wrong. Environment variable needs to be there. So this thing is done. Once this thing is done, then what can I do? Once this thing is done, then start running the project, and inside that connect to the same network, connected to the same network. We have to do it and port mapping, do port mapping. And as for the URL, database URL, do I need to provide post this password here? Provide database URL and run it, something like this. So these are the steps right now. Before Docker, manual steps that we are doing using Docker, not even Docker, yeah, Docker steps using Docker. These are the steps that I'm having to go with. And right now I'm going to use Docker, just Docker Compose actually, and then see how many steps we have to face. In order to use Docker Compose, the first thing that we need to do is when we run Docker Compose, how are we gonna provide the env file? That will be directly provided, because env files are not going to be exported, right? So though I have an env file in here inside db.env, but this file will be ignored that is the thing. Even I need to keep that thing in mind. So let's go with this. First of all, we will be creating a Docker file to use Docker. So let's create Docker file, and after that we will be creating a Docker ignore file. So Docker ignore file we will be creating. This thing is also done, and we are gonna be ignoring some of the things. That is the thing that we have to keep in mind. Once this step is done, the next step is I hope I'm not forgetting something. And when it comes to Docker file, let's say when we start this thing, let's see how much we can do here. If I have started, so no doubt I'm gonna be using this. The main goal was not to use Docker, but the thing is that Docker simplifies always, so it's better to use Docker and just use one command to run the project. So I will be using from node, this is going to be the base image alpine. Once this is done, let's set the work directory. So work dir is gonna be just app. Once this is done, I will be copying the thing. So copy package and everything that starts with the package. That's bad. package. Okay, this is how I'm gonna be going with the. So ultimately what I want, everything that starts with the package and extra name, just copy all those things to this, and then copy Prisma, everything that starts with the Prisma, just copy that thing in the source folder, in the destination folder, and that inside Prisma folder, directory, and then run npm install. The thing is that I'm running pnpm here, so run pnpm install. I think it will not work. Why? Because even before that I have to run pnpm install globally. Yeah, pnpm install will not work. But let's see. May have to install pnpm. Come on, my laptop, it's not working well today. And the thing is that it's not getting connected to the network, and if it is not getting connected, so how can I actually have a look at this? Never mind. The next step is copy everything, something like this, then run. Okay, as for npx prisma generate, if I run this thing here, I need to have the .env file. That is crazy because it will run on the build time. That will also be alright, but let's have it directly during build. It's no use having it here, so we will be just having pnpm run build. Even pnpm run build, that's fine. I will be exposing. What do I have to expose? I have many apps running inside it. There is not just only one app. The port that container should listen on. Define network ports for this container to listen. There are gonna be many processes inside the container, and it's gonna listen to many. So let's do not provide it here. cmd is going to be pnpm. I can say run. That's not needed. pnpm. What can I do? Start is going to be enough for us, and inside start we will be just providing the things. And this is mainly is going to be in the development section, so let's do it like this. Start dev, no sorry, dev docker. Maybe for production we'll figure the things out. For now we are going to go with this only. Okay, once this thing is done, ultimately we have created the docker file. Let's keep the things inside docker.ignore. First of all, we want to keep the node modules, and after that we want to keep the dist files. After that we want to keep the docker file itself. Yeah, we don't really need this once it is done. Apart from this thing, anything else, we need dot next. Dist everything I've got. Dot next. I hope that's there. Yeah, dot next. Oh, come on. We need to ignore dot next slash everything. Same, it's going to be with the dist. We have to ignore everything. With the dist, node modules already there. Why am I just closing it every time? So this thing is here. Anything else that I need to cache? Don't really need to worry about the cache, just ignore this. Everything with .next ultimate, everything will be ignored. That's true. So this much we are doing here. So this thing is also done. Let me open it now. I hope it will be connected to the network right now. Okay, what is the next step? Once these two things are done, I should be able to export it. That's right. I should be able to create an image using this. So let's try to create an image and see if it actually works. When creating an image, it will use the env files that are already there, something like that. Creating the image means we are going to build this. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to create an image, so that will be docker image, docker build. Actually, first of all, while building, it does not need to do anything. Actually, while building, I don't even need the network thing. So let's build it, and the type is going to be draw app, and from the current directory. I will definitely face the errors for sure. This is bound to happen, but let's see how it's gonna go on. First of all, I'm just simply building it. That means it will try to connect it to the network, but the network is not running right now. As for the network, like which network am I talking about? When it comes to package, not even here. Okay, anywhere you can go. HTTP server, this is the env file that I have, and that's running on 5432. And yeah, Prisma error failed, Prisma failed to compute a check key, failed to calculate checksum. Copy Prisma, but there is no Prisma at all. I'm not sure how to do it. I do not need to do it for Prisma. I think package.json is okay, but Prisma is not there, so I need to ignore that. Probably, yeah. There are many apps inside that running this thing, crazy stuff. Okay, let's remove this particular part from here. And the thing is that even I'm bound to face an error again, because yeah, pnpm may not. Okay, error failed pnpm install did not complete. That's right. I will have to install pnpm even before that. So run npm install globally pnpm. I hope this should resolve the problem. Install. That's right. We'll face some more problems, we'll figure them out, and this is how we'll keep going ahead. So this thing that we have done, ultimately it's being processed, so we will be able to build it if I'm not wrong. The next thing is that pnpm run build. What is the problem? The problem is that bin shc pnpm build did not complete. Exit this. Whenever we start building something, what happens? I need network connection. When it comes to network connection, I do not have that. That means I will have to create a service, docker, whatever. Let's create it actually. Install, sorry, that was my bad. Let's remove this much. Docker process, there is no process running as such right now. But the thing is that even to build this, I will have to create if I build this, it will be running inside a container. That is true. And the first part, like the container, the database, that is already running inside a container. That means in order to make them to be able to talk to each other, I will have to use networks. Okay, do I have volumes? Oh, docker volume ls. Well, yeah, I already have draw app volume, so I can connect this thing. Let's do it. First of all, let's get the server running, ultimately database running. Then we'll switch to this. Keep it up, bhai. Thank you very much. Means a lot. Docker run. What do we want to run? First of all, let's set the port mapping 5432 by 5432. Then the name is gonna be docker what? Draw app baby. Draw app db. This thing is done. Anything else? Port name, network. Do I have the network? I have to check this thing as well. Come on. Docker network ls. Please guide how did you able to gain such knowledge and perfect in your subject, and most importantly how much time took to be such knowledgeable. I don't consider myself knowledgeable person. I'm still learning, just working on the project, and I was just trying something new here. Was trying to use Docker containers to just start the project and just with one command. I will face errors, I know, but the thing is that it takes time. Um, it took me 2 years. I haven't been consistent enough. It's not like I have been coding every day in past, but yeah, it took me around 2 years to learn the stuff, and this is the time when I'm actually learning a lot. I'm actually consistent the most nowadays, so I'm learning a lot nowadays. Currently I'm aiming to become Java developer. Have you learned Java, by the way? Let's go ahead. mm, I need to connect network as well, so docker create docker network create, and draw app network So I have created a network, so network is going to be ls. So right now there is network called draw app network, and I can get the things connected, and let's see whether it works or not. So the command that I had, docker run, let's set the port mapping 5432. Once this thing is done, first of all we are going to go with this particular way. We are creating the db, then we are connecting the things, and then we are building it, and then we are running it. This is the process that we are following. Once that's done, once we are sure that okay, manual docker processes commands, they are working fine and they are running the project well, then we'll be switching to docker compose, and we will actually be starting our project with just one command. This is the goal right now. Yes, I'm still learning, like you coding in your device. Even I'm coding since since early morning. Just opened YT and saw you. Well, happy to know that. It's amazing. Just keep coding, man. Even just start coding. Like keep coding as long as I'm coding. I'll keep coding till 9 around, and then I'll take time to just have breakfast, and then I'll start coding again. So yeah, good luck with that. Let's start coding together. Why not? It would be great. Let's always start it in the early morning and get the stuff done. So connect to a volume. Let's connect to a volume. Volume is gonna be like sorry, that's very bad. Do I have the volume? It will be automatically created, so I don't need to worry about it. Port is done. Volume is going to be draw app volume, and /var/lib/postgres ql, something like this. And what about after that, network? So network is going to be draw app network that I have created. Port mapping is done. I will have to provide a password. Okay, password is going to be postgres password. That's gonna be just secret for now. And run it. That's it. In detached mode I have to run it, and I have to start postgres, something like this. So docker run this. I haven't named it. Connect to volume network, a network. Give it a name. I haven't given it a name yet. So let's give it a name. name is gonna be draw app db. So I hope that's what is done ultimately. 5432, sorry, draw app volume where label PostgreSQL name draw app db, network is this. Okay, I'm setting the password and then I'm running it in the detached mode. It should be fine, by the way. Let's run it. Well, docker process, docker has been started. The name is draw app db, and we have everything up and running. Let's try to connect it to this PSQL, and as I'm using the old volume, so I should have the docker draw app db2 draw db, whatever. Let's check this thing. So PSQL username, that's gonna be Postgres, and the port, host is gonna be localhost, port is gonna be 5432. Let's connect to this. Password is gonna be just secret. That is wrong, because password was 3241 by default. I think what was the password by default? Postgres secret, even not that. Let's check 3241. Okay, so password was 3241 by default. So this time while running it, I need to make sure I enter the right password, because the old volume is being used. So docker ps docker kill. First of all, let me kill this process that's running right now, something like this. Docker ps for all. Docker, I'll have to kill the remaining processes that are running. So docker, not even, just I have to remove them. They are the containers, and that to stop the containers. So let's go here, let's delete everything from here. As for the images, what image do I have? I have docker compose app and this. Okay, not a problem. Volumes, that's the volume that I have. Let's continue with this, and this time I'm gonna run the previous command that I ran. This is the one, and the password is going to be just 3241 right here, 3241. Let's start running it again. Docker process, that's already running. My laptop, well, it does not give me the option. Why didn't it work? And because of that thing, I'm unable to do anything. Well, even this thing is time taking. It will take time, never mind. We'll figure it out later. So what was I doing, by the way, here? It started. Let's start running it PSQL, and username is gonna be, I had already written this command. Where was that? Okay, this is the one. Let's run it. And this time I have to enter just 3241, and this should be able to enter dt/dt. Did not find any tables. That's right. Let's exit this particular part, and this time I will be trying to join a database. The name is going to be draw app db or something like that. I hope it exists. Yeah, it does. 3241. Well, paste the draw app db. Let's see, open pgadmin. Alrighty, let's see. First of all, check whether we actually have the data, or we are naming the data right or not. So it says that database does not exist. So what is the name of the data that we need to figure out? Okay, refresh it, connect it. So the name is just draw app. So that was my bad. I was naming it wrong. So let's go and connect with this one, 3241, and here we are. Well, it does not exist. That's crazy. Why it does not exist? I already, okay, this is the old database that I have. Refresh it. This draw app 5432 pencil db, do I have any data inside this? I have shape. Let's click on the shape. Let's check the data. Yeah, I do have some data inside it. That means I'm getting this. As for the pencil data, I'm getting that too. So I should be able to join it. Host is a local host. Port is 5432. Draw app is the database name. Even I have another one, that's pencil data. Pencil DB 3241. Well, database does not exist. If I do not provide that 3241, I'm able to log in. That's great. I think I will have to delete the previous volume that I had. Let's do this thing here. Docker volume ls docker remove this particular volume. Let's remove this volume. Sorry, that was not the right command. I will have to go with the volume remove. Really? That's in use. Sorry. Then docker process docker kill. Let's kill this thing right now. Then run the same command. Either still is in use. Oh, that's crazy. Docker process for all. Docker remove it to. Then run the same process. And right now it's done. Let's go to history. This is the command that I ran earlier. Let's run the same command. Volume will be created automatically. The only thing is that I will have to have data inside that. Okay, I think after creating the volume I did not migrate the things. Never mind. Postgres, this enough. Done. Docker volume ls, that must be created right now. That's created. What to do right now? Simple stuff. Go to pgadmin. Just refresh the database that you have. Just you have Postgres right now. What is the next step? Cd inside what? Cd inside packages, inside db, and just run npx, not npx, just pnpm prisma migrate and dev. Should be enough. Trying something new. That's good actually. But the thing is that if it actually works, then that will be amazing. So this thing is done. CD inside db pencil is done or what? db is done. Let's go to db pencil. pnpm prisma migrate and dev. Well, this thing is also done right now. Right now we can just simply come few steps back something, few steps back, and let's simply check whether the databases have been migrated. Yeah, they have been migrated here. I'm getting both of them here. What is the next step? Once they have been, I can actually try to connect it to one of them. PSQL username is gonna be Postgres, host is gonna be localhost, port is gonna be 5432, database is gonna be draw app, something like this. Let's try to connect this. Password is gonna be just this. Okay, failed. Draw app does not exist. Which draw app am I trying to connect? What is the name of that? Oh, come on. I used underscore here. 3241. That is what I was thinking. Why wasn't I able to connect to that? Okay. Am I able to do it? I'm not able to do it. What can I do to fix this issue? I have no idea. I'll have to open it. Network tools. Automatic. Okay, now let's go ahead. Console defaults Windows page. What is this? Okay, I have exited it. What is the next step? Build the project and use network host. Docker PS, the database is running right now. I should be able to build this. Hope so. What is the env file that I'm using? Localhost postgres 3241. That's good. Let's try to build this. The command that we ran earlier, where was that? Long time ago. Over here. Docker build and build this. Right. Let's try to build this and see what issue that we face right now. Okay, got the error again. What was the npm run build? It did not complete successfully. Why it happened? I will have to learn like how to actually containerize a turbo repo. That thing I'm missing right now, if I'm not wrong. And it could be because it's using yeah, it could be problematic over here. Why? The thing is that right now I'm using two databases and both of them are using different databases URLs, and I'm not even sure how to actually run a turbo repo directly here. So let's go with manual processes right now. Let's skip this thing. That's crazy stuff, but yeah, because we can only provide one database right at a time, and I'm actually running many services inside one container. That could be problematic. So we need to keep this particular thing in mind. So right now, the best thing I can call is that let's remove this. Not this actually. All of this. Okay, so let's remove this. As for the Docker file, Docker ignore, let's delete this one. We have tried it. We have even known the reason like why it may not work. That is the good thing. And right now, let's remove this as well, and this as well. Let's go with manual process. Just run docker run, not docker run now, pnpm just dev. It should be enough to just start this project, and once the project is started, then we will be just checking the things out. Even we have to work on more functionalities, so let's work on them. Okay, this thing is done. Let's simply check whether we actually get the result here or not, and hope everything. Even before that, I will have to log in. Let's open Postman. Before logging, it will not work. So let's do that. We are here. First of all, that was dry. We have to first of all sign up. So let's sign up. Send a request to sign up. This thing is done. Signed up successfully. Let's sign in. Send a request. I've got the token. I will have to even replace the token. That is the most important thing. Let's do it. Once that is done, I can create a room too. So let's replace the token here. Select everything, replace the token, send the request. Room is created. What am I sending as this? Room 1. Let's create another room. I will have 2 rooms. It's better to have 2 rooms. Send a request. Let's create one more. Let's have 3 rooms. Send a request. So ultimately we have 3 rooms right now. 3 rooms, ultimately we will get 3 boards, and then we will be able to work better, right? In one board it gets hard to manage the things. So we have created 3 rooms. Once this thing is done, we will be going to our main project over here, and first of all, let's replace the canvas, room canvas. This is the token that I used here. I'm going to replace this token first of all. Let's use this method and then replace all this token. And once this token is replaced, let's see whether we actually get the result or not. Should be working fine. This is what I think right now, but things don't always go as you think. /canvas/1. we have to add many features. We have added 4 features, and we were working on the 5th feature yesterday, and then we stopped. So let's check this thing out. Why is this taking time? I think it's compiling. Yeah, it's being compiled, and once it's ready, it will be giving the result. Backend, WS backend is working well. HTTP pencil backend well. Excalidraw front end web. There are so many things. Okay, never mind. Here we are back. Well, it's still compiling. Crazy stuff. Okay, it has compiled. This ignore this white section behind that, because this was the new functionality that I was working yesterday, but that hasn't been made yet. What is the issue? Unexpected token. Okay, let's ignore this. Let's try to draw a circle. We are able to draw the circle. Let's try to draw a rectangle. We are able to draw a rectangle. Let's try to draw a pencil, and this is a pencil, and we are able to, this is a circle, this is a rectangle. Okay, so we are able to draw, and this is the line. So let's able to see whether we are able to draw a line or not. And the thing is that we are able to do that. There is only one thing, that we should be able to customize them, we should be able to resize them. That is not happening right now. For that thing we'll have to select, and then we'll have to get things done. Never mind, we will get that thing done too. So this much we have created, and this is the let's do one thing. We'll have a pencil. This is the line, and this is not only this. The best thing is that if I all the data has been saved in my DB if I'm not wrong, and if I refresh the page, I'm getting the same data. So ultimately I'm fetching it from the database, rendering it here using canvas. This is the only thing that's happening right now. Okay, this thing is done. What is the next step? The next step is pretty much simple, that I have to add this functionality. What is the functionality? The functionality is this. If I refresh the page, if I double click anywhere, I'm getting this particular box, like input box. This much I did yesterday. Whenever I click anywhere, I will get an input box. Once I got the input box, I have to enter the text inside the input box. Once the text is entered, then if I click outside the input box once anywhere, it should be saved in the database, and then that's it. So let's get this functionality implemented. First of all, let's change this color. It looks so bad. So we are here inside the canvas, and we have our input box over here. When it comes to busy white, it looks so bad, so I will be just removing it. I can give it text white so that at least it's visible properly. So let's check this thing out right now. So it looks like this. Okay, if I refresh the page, it is on the top. Even let's remove the placeholder so that nothing is visible right now. So let's remove the placeholder. It's done this much. How about right now? Nothing is visible. If I click somewhere, I can enter the text, but that text is not visible. So let's do one thing, give it some more color. Text white, placeholder is gonna be text white too. Let's check this thing out right now. If I click anywhere and start writing, nothing is happening. That's my bad. Let's do one thing. Give it the placeholder so that at least that's visible. Placeholder, enter the text, at least for now, so that we are able to figure out what's going right or wrong. So sorry, my bad. Localhost 6000. Let's click here. I've got this. When I enter, okay, I need to enter inside that. This should not happen. These things should automatically be focused. How can I fix this? Input should automatically be focused. I have input ref, and whenever I double click on the canvas, this thing happens. And one more thing I need to do here, input ref dot current dot focus. I hope this is the property, I'm not sure, but let's see if it happens the way I want it to happen or not. So let's refresh the page, double click, and start writing. Well, it does the job. What next I need to do is to simply increase the font size. So text gonna be Excel for now, and that is it, should be fine. I have to make many changes. Even let's make a outline none, so that outline is not there. And right now let's check the result. It's like this. Okay, so even let's do one thing, remove the placeholder from here on. So this is the best thing right now. If I refresh the page, if I type, nothing is visible. If I type here, I am getting the text. If I type here, I am getting the text. If I type here, I am getting the text. The only thing is that the text is being increased, it's being appended, so I need to keep that in mind. For that thing, as when it comes to adding text, and when that focus is done, after that, when the next time it happens, I have to make it empty. Oh, making it empty will work fine. I can use what can I use? I can use a use state. That's right. And whenever I write enter, whenever I click outside, the value goes away. Okay, we will get it done. That is not a big problem. So here we are able to enter the, here we are able to enter the text. Even let's keep the let's keep the what text to Excel. Let's see how well it looks. This way it looks to Excel is not bad. At least things are visible properly. As for this appending thing, we'll fix it. That's not a big problem. But the good thing is that it's done. It's working. And what else can we expect from it? I need to add a pointer thing. That was the name. Let's go to Excalidraw. Excalidraw.com. What is the name of this? Selection. Let's go to Lucid React icons over here. Let's go to selection, select array, arrow. Direction. How can I do it? Not really getting anywhere around. I mean, just looking for that particular icon. This icon. The name is selection. What else is the name? Let's go to eraser and see which icon we have used over there. Okay, so code explanation. What icon am I is using here? The same. This is the selection. How can I get that? That's not available. Select. For now we have this, but okay, we have this pointer, mouse pointer. That's amazing. Anything else? Anything better? Well, nothing can be better than this, at least right now. Either this can be this as well, mouse pointer. So what? Let's go with this. What is the name of it? Mouse pointer 2. How can I copy it? Like this. Done. Copy JSX. Yeah, let's copy JSX. What all do we have? Oh, these many things we have. Just JSX we need right now. Done. What do we need to do? First of all, let's go to top bar. We need to add this one more thing, and this is going to be at the top, like this. And sorry, my bad. Like this. We are adding one more icon at the top, and that's gonna be this icon. That's bad. That's gonna be this icon, and I have to import it. So it's imported right now. Second thing is that when I click on it, tools dot line, no, tools dot none should be. Let's keep it pointer, yaar. This is pointer. Yeah, this is pointer. So let's go to canvas over here. Let's go to the top. I have none. This is not none. This is pointer, and pointer has the value pointer, and it should be pointer here. As I'm using TypeScript, I will get error everywhere wherever it is connected to. So this should be pointer. Once this thing is done, then selected tool is the problem. So let's go there. This should be pointer. Then this should be pointer by default. So these things are done. Let's go a few steps back. Let's go to top var, and this should be pointer, tools.pointer, and when it comes to setting that, we will be setting pointer. So this is it. Yeah, as soon as pointer is selected, nothing happens. As simple as that. Let's check this thing out. Here we are. I can draw a circle. Okay, I can select a pointer, and then if I try to draw something, I try to do something, nothing happens. I can double click, and then I get the input box, and then I can start writing something there, something like that. But then I can select the line again, something like this. The line is selected as well. I can just draw something here. That's pretty bad, sorry. Then I can select the circle pointer, and then nothing happens. The good thing is that I have 3 rooms that I created in the beginning. The second room is this. Ultimately I have nothing inside that. So this is the let's get the text second room, like this. And one more thing, inside this I have an option called text. Okay, if I refresh the page, it's like this. Nothing happens on when I click once, but when I click on this and when I click on this once, and then the text appears. This thing I need to keep in mind, that I need to add one more for text. Let's do it, not a bad thing. If I double click, the text should appear. If I once click, if the text is selected, and if I click once, that should also appear. So these are the 2 conditions that we have: double click and that should appear on that particular coordinate. Okay, so what is the next step? These things are working fine. Let's add a text icon. For that thing we need to have an icon. Text. T stands for text. This is really good. Either this or this. Which one is going to be better? I think this one. This is just a personal choice. Let's go with this. This is T outline. Anything else we have? We can have A. I mean capital A, and we do not have that. That's bad. Let's copy it. This is enough for now at least, and then we'll be figuring the remaining things out. A. Okay. What next? Pretty simple, yeah. I need to have one more icon that will be just beside this over here maybe, and this icon will be the outline text icon. Let's even see whether it looks good or not. So we have like this. Well, this is not bad, it looks good. Pointer is selected by default, and the text, these many things we have. And once we are done with these, I have to change the types again. So let's go here. When it comes to types, canvas, I have types, tools. I know this is scattered, everything is scattered, so I need to keep in mind that too. So I have circle, pencil, rect, line. I can have text. That's going to be text. The next option can be text. Once that is done, over here selected tool, I need to fix this thing. It can be text. Once this thing is done, this will be pointer by default. Okay, let's go back and let's switch to top var. Top var is here, pointer is here, line is here. Well, this should be text, and this should also be text. Any problem? Let's see. Reload the page. I've got these many things. That's good. What now? Whenever I click on text, text is selected. Whenever text is selected, at that time I should click on once, and when I should click on once, it should appear like on click, canvas dot on click. So far I have these things. On canvas I have these methods. Here we are. On canvas I have one like double click, and one more I need to, that is on click, handle click, something like this. And let's create one more function here. That will be const handle click. Once this thing is done, I will be getting an event that will be react mouse event, and ultimately it is on HTML canvas file. This thing is done right now. What is the next step? Simple. Let's go with the process. This thing is done. Once this thing is done, what do I need to do? A simple get the position. Ultimately the whole code is going to be copied, so I can create a function for this. So the function is going to be render input, something like this. Let's create a function maybe at the top somewhere. Get function is here. Function render input, and it will just simply do this job. It will render that, it will get the event, and that is it. The event type is going to be pretty simple. First of all, the event type is going to be what? React. First of all, it is going to be a mouse event, and then it will be on canvas HTML canvas element, something like this. Okay, a render, that's good. What is the next step? I have to use this. Where do I have to use this? I have to use it here as well as here, and ultimately at both the places. So I can say render input and then pass the event, and in this case as well render input and pass the event. Should be fine. Let's check. Not like this. If I click once, then that's going to be visible. This is not what I want. Okay, if I reload the page, nothing is here. If I click once, text will come here, and if I double click, text will come here. This is what I don't want. I wanna check. What do I wanna check? That if selected tool dot selected tool triple equals to text, if that's triple equals to text, only in that case I have to render it, otherwise I don't have to render it. So let's check this thing right now. If I click, nothing happens. If I double click, I get the text. If I click on pointer, then I click, nothing happens. If I double click, of course I get the text, but I just click once, nothing happens. If I double click, I get the text, I can enter the text, but I click once, nothing happens, and even that goes away. Okay, that's good. Let's refresh the page. I can click on pointer, then I can click on pointer, then nothing will happen. I can write something, then I can click on pointer, and then I can click on pointer, and then nothing happens. The text is still there. That's amazing. And then I can click on text. When I click on text, I can click anywhere, I will get the text. That is a good thing. Then I can click on a line, I get a line. I can draw something, I can draw a rectangle, I can draw a circle, ultimately. But the thing is that this particular text is not saved in the database yet, so this is just visible over here. We need to save it in the database with its proper coordinates, and then this is how we'll be going ahead. And not only this, many things can be done, but yeah, slowly we are going ahead. We will be adding this functionality, the text functionality. After that, we will switch to authentication. We will first of all get the authentication features added, and then we'll come back to this. So we have 3 rooms actually. This was the room 2, and one more room, I have room number 3. So this was the benefit of creating the room. In room number 1, I have already drawn so many things. Okay, in room number 2, okay, we have drawn just few things, and in room number 3 we haven't drawn anything, so that's empty. Okay, let's go ahead. That is why I wanted to create many rooms. What is the next step? The next step is pretty simple. That I clicked on text, I got the text, hi there, I entered the text. After entering the text, if I click outside of the text, that text should disappear. Again, the text should disappear. Should it be the case? And then the data should be saved in the DB, then I should get the response, and then I should show that. I think so, because I cannot have many inputs, so the text should disappear. How can I make this text disappear? I have this input box here. What I want is that if I click outside this input box, like if I click here on the canvas on anywhere, it should disappear. Good job. Okay, what can we do here? We can hide the input box, that is right. Even we can remove it completely. Hi Kunal, how are you? The first option is that we can hide it. This is the first option. The second option is that we can remove it completely. But the main question is this: how are you going to check this particular thing? That it is canvas is clicked. You have clicked on the canvas. That will happen only on this. Once you click on the canvas, this should happen. Okay, once you clicked on the canvas, it should disappear. That means you should write the code here, and you already have the input ref. Okay, dot current dot. Is there something called hidden? Will it work? I don't know. Let's see. Bad. Hidden. True. Bad. How to use this? Hidden. Expected as an assignment or function call, and instead sign expression. So like this, right? So what is this now? This expression is not callable. The boolean has no call. Okay, so hidden gonna be true. Any problem? What is the now? This expression is not callable. Boolean has no call signatures. Stimulated reflects. Okay. Ref. How to hide an element using ref. Let's check this thing out. Show or hide an element. We are not going to take the help of AI, rather we will be going through the documentation. Bad. Not bad actually. How can it be bad? Where is this being used? What was the even top headline? Show or hide in React. Okay, we are showing or hide in React. On click render query container, nothing useful. On click this dot state show. Okay, on the basis of that thing we are doing it here. This is not what I want. I want to use ref to do this job. Why did you choose full stack and not any other role, and how to choose a role for a beginner? When I had to learn, I said let's learn it all. Either you can be a front-end developer, or you can be a back-end, or you can be both. It's better to be both, and it's simple. Like if you are just a front-end developer, it could be hard to get a job. If you are both, like front-end and back-end both, it could be easy. Over on top of that, if you learn about AI and all, if you learn if you learn DevOps, it's going to be even easier. So HTML hidden global. Come on, let's take the help of AI right now. I have ref. Use ref is null. My ref. That's okay. Got that. Where is the property? Style.display.none. Okay, let's make it none. Or style.visibility.none. Hidden. Okay. Got that. So what do we have to do is something like this. Visibility. Sorry, not like that. Style.visi. Either we can make it hidden, like visibility is going to be none, or we can just simply remove it. So display, and that's going to be none. How about this? Any problem? Yeah, definitely. The left hand, come on. The left hand side of an assignment expression may not be an optional property access. Yeah, let's remove it. So what is the problem right now? Is possibly null. So let's make sure that it does exist. Huh, what a TypeScript thing. एक क्वेश्चन है भैया, always welcome. If I can help, then why not? So let's, what the hell, this time whenever I click on this, that's not visible at all. If I click this, that's crazy. The problem is this right now, as I'm using it display none. So whenever I'm clicking this, it's always display none, but I don't want this. I want it display none only when the input is present, right? So I can make it like this, that if input ref dot current exists, if that does not exist, return it, something like this, and then go with this. Got crash automatically? This never happened with my system. But if it got crashed, you can just reinstall it, because VS Code files are saved on your system. So if you reinstall VS Code, it should work fine. So this is how you can get it done. Try this thing out. If it doesn't work, then let me know. I will try to help. But yeah, you can do one thing. You can reinstall it. The files are already saved, so you will get all the files that were there earlier. Okay, let's see. Still not visible. Come on, yaar. This thing I will have to stop. Reload the page, and right now I'm getting. Okay, do it. If it doesn't work, then let me know. Okay, I'm getting this thing here. The only thing is that if I start, if I make it display none, and if I reload the page, nothing happens, because that is display none right now. How can I keep it? I want to keep it display none only when input is not on. So let's create a use state here, variable const is input visible, set is input visible. Well, name is quite verbose. That's gonna be use state, and it's gonna be like this. That's gonna be by default false. That, and if that becomes true, then only I have to do it. By the way, over here I have to check that if what is input visible, only then make it none. Visibly, what? Visible, something like this. So I'm checking whether input is visible or not. If input is visible, only then I'm setting it to none. And when I click outside, okay, by default it will not be none. So yeah, got that. How can I set it to null whenever? Well, this is not something that I'm looking for. It will cause an issue. Whenever I click somewhere, it should not appear, or should it? If selected tool is set, but whenever I click outside, it should definitely be set to false. Set is visible, that's gonna be true. And by the way, as soon as I selected tool is selected, I should be clicking to set invisible. Set is input visible to true here, because I have to show it. And whenever I double click, I have to just set it to true. Set is input, and that's gonna be true. Let's see if this works, otherwise we'll figure out something else. If I once click, nothing happens. If I double click, I'm not getting the input. If I just click, great job. If I just click one, okay, I'm getting it. Wow. If I just outside, it works. Amazing. Crazy stuff. But if I click on the pointer, nothing visible. If I double click, then only it does not work. That's okay. But if I click on the if I directly click on that, it works. Reload the page, double click, nothing happens. Reload, click on it gets. Okay, there's a bug, but okay, it works. The thing is that whenever I'm double clicking, I'm setting is input visible to true, and if it is visible, then well, that's bad. Just a sec. What am I doing is that handle double click, set is input visible. That means when I double click, input should be visible. That is right. Instead of doing this, let's make it like this. If it is visible, make it invisible. If it is invisible, make it visible. Will it be good? Don't know. Input value, not input. Something like this. Let's see. Sorry. That's crazy way to just write the things. But okay. Whenever I click on that, and then it should be not input. And set, even this is where it's gonna do the same. Input. I don't know whether it's gonna work or not. I should try it. We will try. Let's reload it. Click on it. Well, this is where it's visible. It works well. When I directly reload the page and I double click, it's not visible. Because when I double click, handle click is already clicked. Let's even do this thing. CLG, not like this. Alert, clicked. And another thing is this. Alert, double clicked. I wanna check when these things DOUBLE double clicked. Let's see, like when I click and double click, what happens? First of all, when I clicked, I got it. When I double clicked, okay. So even if you double click never happens. First of all, click will happen, then double click will happen. Got that? Remove it from here. Ultimately, if nothing happens in the click, then double click happens. So what we are gonna do here, when click happens, I'm already setting it like this. This is not good. On click, I don't have to set it directly like this. So yeah, let's remove it from here. On click, when selected text is this, I am going to set it to true. Okay, let's make it more specific. And on click, if is input visible already, you have to display it none if that is visible. And when I double click, at that time I have to set it to true. Will it work? Probably. I think double click or equals to, okay, let's see. Well, guess what? Yeah, we made it. It was simple. It was just some kind of business logic and all. But right now we are getting it. If we double click on the board, we are getting, and the second time we are not getting. When we double click, the first time we get it, right? When we double click on the board, we got this. The thing is that if I click outside of it, anywhere, if I click once, it will disappear. It disappeared. But when I double click again, it does not come back. That's again a problem. What happens is that when I double click, it gets true. Okay, then it gets rendered. But when I click this, when I just simply click once, if that is selected tool, it gets visible, otherwise it does not get false. When I click, it should get false. Yeah, so in here I have to just set is invisible, input invisible, that's gonna be false. That means it's not visible, should work fine. Now let's reload the page, let's double click, and here it's working fine. Okay, let's click somewhere else, it's gone. Let's double click again, bad. Let's click on this, well, it's not getting saved. How about this? Let's reload the page. Here working, let's click outside, gone. Let's click once more, not working. Oh come on, let's go away. How can we solve this? What is the problem? Is when I just click, oh come on yaar, this spider is gonna be bothering me much. Okay, that's gone. So when we just click, what happens? If that is selected tool, so it gets true. If it gets true, it gets rendered, as simple as that. And if it is already true, so it becomes false. What can we do now? When I clicked even selected tool, even forget about selected tool right now, let's focus on normal functionality. That when I click, even let's remove this thing right now for a moment, even let it be there, it doesn't really make any sense. I'm going to go with this only. So when I click, by default that is false. Yes, when I click, I check whether is input visible. If it is visible, I make it display none, and I set input visible false. But by default it will be false, that it will not run. If it does not run, then what will happen? When I double click, this will run. When this runs, what will happen? It will set it in is input true, and it will render it. That's great. Then I will click outside again, and at that time is input will be true. That is true. That means this command will run, and it will set, oh, I'm setting it to display none. I'm never ever setting it to display block again. Oh, what a crazy person I am. Whenever I'm rendering this over here, so while rendering it, what I want to do is this. First of all, input ref dot current dot style dot display is equal to block. I wanna make it visible. I set it to none, and it's none forever. Something like this. That's high possibility that is gonna work this time. So let's double click. We've got it working. Let's click outside. It's gone. Let's double click again, and it came back. As simple as that. Okay, let's refresh. Let's refresh the page. Let's click on text. Let's write something. Writing something, something, and let's click outside. It's gone. Let's click once again. It came back because text is selected. So when text is selected, even if we just click once, it will come back. What happens here? Like I wrote something. Okay, I wrote something. If I click the outside, it is visible. Okay, that comes back. If I click again when the text is selected, then it should. Okay, the thing is that as soon as I have written something, and when I click outside, the pointer should be selected tool should be pointer. That means what I mean here, if selected tool is text, I have made it visible, I have rendered the input, and once the input is rendered, set a selected tool that's going to be pointer, so that I should not be able to click and get the input box again. Let's see this thing what happens. Let's go here. We are taking this as a reference. This is what we have to create. At the end, we will be making the clone of it, but again we are far behind it, so better. And okay, we'll do our level best. So what we are doing here, let's double click getting it. If I click somewhere else, gone. If I click once, nothing happens. If I double click, it will come back. Doesn't matter where I double click. If I double click anywhere, it comes back. Let's go to text. Let's click once and write some text. Writing. When I click outside, it's gone. And right now, once I click once, nothing happens. It switched to pointer. Now I will have to click on text again, and then I will be able to get that. If I click outside, it's gone, and it is switched to pointer again. I will have to switch it back to text. Now text is selected, and I can just get it done. So ultimately, I'm trying to copy paste the, not copy paste, actually I'm trying to make exactly how Excalidraw works, because this is the clone of that, right? So it should work exactly the same. So this thing is done right now, so we are getting it. Next step, this is the most important step, that as soon as I wrote something here and something got written, what will happen then? As soon as something got written and I clicked outside, it disappears. That's okay. The data should go to the database, it should be saved, then I should get a response, and that response should be visible here. Got that? Okay, so what do we have to do? Is simple, that whenever I just click and it becomes a pointer, at that time save the text to in the DB with proper coordinates and render the result. This is what we have to do. We have to save the data in the DB. We have to with the proper coordinates, and so that we are actually getting that exactly at the same coordinate, and render the result. First of all, we have to get the text. This is the first priority. Once we have the text, then we will be going ahead. So first of all, for getting the text, const input is equal to set input. This thing is done, and use state, and for now text is gonna be null. And once this thing is done, and even over here, the value here, the value is going to be set to input val. But okay, what is that? What is the name? Input val. Let's name it input val. Input value. Set input. Input doesn't look good, right? Let's go till the end. Input val is gonna be the value, and on click, when I click on the input, not on click actually, it should be on change. On change, I have to write handle change. Let's write one more function for it. Const handle change. I will get an event. The event is going to be what? React mouse event, of course, mouse event, and it will be running on. Actually, I'm naming mouse event to React mouse event. That's not a big problem, and it should be React mouse event on wait HTML input element. This thing is done, and over here it's going to be like this. What is the next step? The next step is simple. This thing happens. Set input val is gonna be event dot target dot value. Should be enough. What is the problem? if value does not exist on type event target. Oh. Change event. Sorry, is this okay now? Excuse me. Yeah, this is working. So ultimately I've got the input. Once I've got the input, and even I'm setting the value, that's great. Once I've got the input, so the next step is to do is this, that over here I have saved it to the database. So right now I have got the input value I have got. What is the next step? I have to get the coordinates. How will I get the coordinates? Whenever I click somewhere, I already get the coordinates, right, using this. Yeah, so I can easily get the coordinates. So get coordinates using what? Using get position. Position, I already have this function, so it will also, it is done. What is the next step? Render the result. First of all, save it to the DB. How will I save it to the DB? Interesting. For saving it to DB, I have game here, game class. How will I save it to DB? That's interesting. So far I've been handling with this, saving something to the database. I need the context. Not even the context, I have to render that. It's just the matter of saving to the DB. I will have to use the WebSocket, that is right. And I will have to send the data from here to the WebSocket. Do I have the WebSocket here? I have the socket connection. If I actually have the socket connection, I can make a socket request to that. That's right. Over here. So I can use socket.send, and I have to use it in stringify like this. I have to send the data. What is the data right now? First of all, type is going to be text, and data is going to be like this, and the data will have text inside it. Text is going to be input value, and it will have x coordinate, it will have y coordinate. The thing is that I do not have the coordinates yet. And after that, when it comes to thickness, it will have color of the text. By default it's gonna be white. I hope I'm sending this many values only. And it will have thickness. Thickness, that should be font size, but okay, let's name it thickness, and that will be 2 by default. I will not use it because the thickness font size I will set it by default. This is just I'm setting it here because I have set it to the types. Thickness is not required here, but okay. Let's get the coordinates and the value. Value I already have. Const x and y is equal to get position, and I will give it the event. This thing is done. What is the problem? Property does not exist on type x. What the hell? Where was I using this get position function? Get position. Okay, let's check this thing out. Okay, firstly this one, position, and then if position actually exists, in that case I'm using like that. Okay, never mind. Let's go back to that. First of all, where is that? Okay, here. Let's get the position. This is just a TypeScript thing. So I've got the position. First of all, I'm checking actually position exists or not. If not position, I will just simply return from here. Done. and after that I will be destructure the position here. Position should be fine. So this thing is done like this. I'm sending this much data, and even I have to check whether this is the data that is sent or not. So whenever mouse up happens, where is that? Mouse up, mouse up, mouse up, pointer mouse up. Actually pointer up. I'm saving the data, so I'm sending. That's bad. I have to send type. I have to send a room ID, shape, and I have to send the room ID. Only this much data I have to send. So that's wrong that I have written. So I can change it a little bit. So this is the shape that I have created. Okay. Even before that, do I have room ID here? Room ID, room ID, room ID, room ID. Yeah, I have that. That's amazing. We have everything. So what we'll be doing here is simple like this. We will send type. Type will be shape. Add. We wanna add this shape. Then we will have data. Data is going to be this that we had here. And after that we will have room ID. Room ID is going to be room ID. Simple. Let's talk about the shape. What do we have inside the shape? Shape I'm creating here. Shape has type. Shape has, oh my god, sorry. Shape has data, and then shape has color. Shape has thickness. Let's make some more changes. It should be not like this. It should be like shape, and then shape should have all this stuff like this, Any problem? No problem. So I have type, I have shape. Shape has data. Data is of this type, and then I have room ID. This is the way I'm sending the data back to the database. Once this thing is done, let's remove this thing from here. Okay, so ultimately say send data to WS server, and WS server will save it. So this thing is done. So ultimately whenever I click, it happens. Whenever I just click once. But again, if selected tool is text, only then it should happen. Otherwise, when I double click, selected tool should be selected automatically. When I double click, where am I double clicking? Okay. So many edge cases are here. When I double click, said okay, this is selected automatically. So this thing is done. It's being saved in the database. That's great. Let's see whether we are actually able to save it in the database or not. So far what all we have. Let's clear the database right now. Database. Let's refresh it. Continue. So many things we have inside the database. What we are going to do right now is clearing it. How will I clear it? As simple. Let's do it like this. Delete everything from the database. Delete from DB. Let's run the command. Done. If you actually refresh the page, like if you go to room number 1, because we had a lot of diagrams inside room number 1, there is nothing inside there. Okay, what is going to be the next step? The next step, what to do? Let's try to save something and then see whether it works or not. Yeah, gonna be fun. Let's get everything back. Sorry. What is my goal right now? My goal is to just enter something here. So let's double click. Hi there. How are you? Good to see you here. Something like that. And let's click somewhere. It's saved. It should be saved in the DB. So let's check the DB right now. Let's refresh it. And we haven't got anything. Why? Maybe because we are sending it to the database, that is for sure. WS backend, here we are. Let's see whether we have got the database here or not. So we just got a join room request. We are not getting the data here. Sorry. Let's restart the server. I think I should restart the server and then check the things. We'll fix it anyhow. Okay, let's see. First of all, it's compiling if I'm not wrong. Okay, done. Let's select text. This is my message and all. Even I will have to use text area instead of using this text, but it's okay. Let's select outside it. It's gone. And once it's gone, am I getting the data here? I'm getting an error. What is the error? Type is missing. Okay. Fun. Okay, we got the data here. We have type, shape, add. Shape is this, type is text, data is object, color is white, thickness is 2. That's okay. Error is this Prisma validation error. What is the problem? We have data, we have room ID. Oh, room ID. Do we have room inside data? Really? Room ID. Pencil, type, shape, data. Okay, so we got data. The data has room ID. Data has data. Okay, what is the problem with this? Type is missing. What is the type? I don't have any type. I'm sorry. I don't have any type for text. That is the issue that I'm getting. So let's stop it. What is the next step? It's pretty simple. Let's go to cd into db. Let's add one more shape here. Not like this. Should be fine. What all I have here? I have ID in the type, data, room ID, type, data should be data type. Okay, it is fine actually, sorry. Let's close everything for now. And let's go few steps back. ls. And this time mainly the type is the problem. And the thing is that I haven't declared the type of text, if I'm not wrong. So click on Excalidraw, page.tsx, and this is where am I defining the types? Types are being declared here. Let's create a type for text first of all, and then get the stuff done. Okay, so we have circle data, we have rect data, we have circle data, we have pencil data, we have line data. Interface, we'll have text data. And once we have text data, it will have text will be type string, then it will have x coordinate, it will be a number, it will have a y coordinate, it will also be a number. So this is how we are going to be going ahead. Once we got this, we will be creating a text shape. So let's create text shape here. So interface, text shape, that's going to extend base shape. Once this is done, type is going to be text, and data is going to be text data type. So this thing is done, and ultimately the shape is going to be of this type. So the shape is going to be of text shape too. So this thing is done. We have defined the shape. Now I should not be facing that issue. Once the shape is defined, I'm sending it to the backend. Then let's see whether it works now or not. npm dev shape is defined. Once the shape is defined, the data is sent, then data is got to the existing shapes and all. Yeah, it should work anyway, but if it doesn't work, then we'll figure it out. Text is here. Hi there. Let's click here. It's gone. We get it here. WS backend. Yeah, let's see. We are still getting this error. That's great. it's saying that you got the data. That's good. The data is being sent to the database. This is the error that I'm facing. The data shape.create creation data is equal to room id, data is equal to text, and then data. Let's go to ws. I'm not even getting data in that format. What I'm getting actually is here. I'm getting type, I'm getting shape, I'm getting room id. Okay, this shape has data and this data has data. That is the issue. What should I be sending? Game class, game ts. Data has data. No, data does not have data. We have shape. Shape, okay, that is the issue. I got that. The issue is with the way I'm actually sending the data to the backend. So page.tsx room is here, canvas is here. Let's go to canvas, and the issue lies over here. Where is that? Use effect. Handle click. Whenever I click, close this. Whenever what the hell? Whenever I click, at that time data is sent. But this is the wrong format of sending the data. That was the issue that I've been facing so far. So I should not have this data thing over here. I should directly have the shape like this. So I have type, I have my shape, I have my room ID, and this much I have to send to the backend. Now if I reload the page, if I write something here again, hello, and if I just click outside, it's sent. And let's check the database whether we have got that thing here or not. We haven't got that yet. Why haven't we got that yet? Maybe because we had an error already. So let's check this thing out. So disconnected and then connected again. Pass data, join room. We have joined the room. And what about now? We have sent a shape, add a type, text is null. Oh, xy thickness, okay. Saving data, Prisma validation is a room ID is 1. We'll have to set room ID a number. We'll have to convert it to a number. Okay, so while I'm giving the room ID here, setting the room ID here, it should actually be a number. So let's make it a number here. Room ID should be fine. And the another thing is that the text is null. That is insane. When it comes to the input value, I'm getting the input value here. I have to send it only when, okay, even if selected tool text, getting this thing done here, getting the positions and all, I have to send it to the DB when input actually exists. If there is no value, input does not have any value, so what is the even use of saving it? If input value it exists, then I have to save it to the database, something like this. And as soon as I saved it to the database, if I click, just click, and if select test tool is this, then something happens. And if I click and selected tool is if I click, let's see what happens. Reload the page, I double clicked and then got the text, entered it, and reload the page. If I clicked on this, enter it, and then I clicked outside, it went back. Okay, yeah, it happens like that. The thing is that when I just click outside, I'm still getting the same text back. Why am I getting the same text back? I'm not setting the value of the text. Whenever I click outside, like just I click this, at the end of the day, I have to set the value, set input value, and that's gonna be empty, something like this. And that is it. It should happen every time. And if selected is text, if I double click, that is already selected. In that case, I have to send the data, and only if input value exists, that then. Let's check this thing out. Double click, got it. Click outside, gone. And double click again, new text. Click outside, gone. Let's click on the text. This is the text. Let's click outside, gone. Let's click on the text again. This is the new text. Ultimately, it's working as expected. At least front end is working, and it's let's have a look at the back end. Let's refresh the DB. Well, guess what? We have got the data. But what is the data right now? Data is FSD. Text is FSD. Really? Input value, this has default values FDSS. I was entering something else. I got something else. Why? When it comes to this input value, it has null, nothing by default. And then input ref is here, text is here, input values here, handle change is here. Let's have a look at input ref. This is the input ref. Where all am I using this input ref? Okay, so we are setting the pixels, we are setting it to block, current none, input current, input ref style, okay, and this should be fine. Let's restart the server and see what happens. pnpm dev. Ouch, it hurts. Okay, it's gonna take time. Okay, done. Let's double click, enter the text. Let's click outside and let's check the database. WS backend. We got the database. We just got the join request. Really? We just got the join request. Maybe because when I click at that time, I am setting it to what? Selected tool pointer, and selected tool pointer, that's okay if that is done. Oh, wait, sick. Why even data is not being sent right now? And if I select test, data will be sent. If I select test, okay, hi there, and enter. Let's check the database. Have I got any data? I haven't. Well, something went terribly wrong. Why is socket not working? ws.backend is here. I'm sending the data back to the socket at this particular port. I have just got the join request. If I refresh the page, okay, I have joined room number 1. That is also alright. I've got the request. Even before that, I have refreshed it twice. So this is the second request, and that's it. So I've got 2 requests from the database side, and I have joined room number 1. If I just enter anything and just send, okay, sorry, I should click outside as well. Have I got any data here? No. When? So far I've been getting the data. Right now I'm not getting the data. That's interesting. Is there anything that I have changed recently? Let's check this thing, inspect it, socket, let's see what we are sending. This is the token. You have joined the room, that's okay. Let's start writing something. Hello there, THERE. Okay, let's click here. Data is not being sent to the socket. That's interesting. Why? This is the input value. Yeah, if input value exists, in that case we are sending it whenever we click. Yes. And if the selected tool is text. Yes. Alert, selected tool. That's gonna be selected tool. Let's see. But then alert, oh sorry, alert G. It only expects one argument. Let's use this way to just write the things. Selected tool right now should be fine. First of all, I want to check the selected tool. Selected tool is text. Okay, now it's back to pointer. Whenever the selected tool changes, I have to render it. Selected tool pointer. Okay, pointer, got that. Now selected tool text. Selected. Ooh, double click दिया. Pointer, got that. Text, pointer. I click on text, and when I click here just once, it becomes pointer. That means this is the issue that I am facing. As soon as I click, and if selected tool is text, it becomes pointer. It should not become a pointer here. Rather, I should get this stuff done, and then it should become the pointer at the end of the day, and even it should become a pointer. If selected tool is text, then only it should become a pointer. If that is not equals to text, in that case, input current return is input visible. I'm just simply making visible. The problem is this, that I clicked if selected tool is equals to text. In that case, I have to render the input. Once the input is re-rendered, I got the values. Once I got the values, I'm saving the values. And if I click outside, what will happen? As soon as I clicked outside, take a sigh of relief, yeah. Things are getting so crazy. Let's start it from the beginning. Okay, by default I have set to pointer. If I double click, can't click, double click, text is selected, enter the text, pointer is selected directly. Pointer is selected, I'm able to, okay, pointer is being selected at the wrong time. If I just double click, outside click, what happens? Nothing happens. because it is only sent when the value exists, and if there is no value, then what will happen? Nothing will happen. This is the issue. There is no value as such. And as for this thing like pointer, when I click and if selected tool is text, first of all I should send the values. And after that I should set it to this. If I just click, should it be, and then setting to pointer, that's okay, that's right for now. I will figure it out later too. But there is one thing, that as soon as I click it, because the selected tool changes, it never runs, and as it never runs, it doesn't get any value. Hi there, let's click outside. It's gone. Okay, now it's getting saved. This was the problem, but there is one more problem. The problem is this, that I'm able to send it, but it is still selected to this text only. I have to select it back to pointer, but what I want, as soon as I select outside, it should be pointer by default. It is not pointer. Right now it is pointer. When I select it by, I click outside, it works. I can click on it again, it's working like this again, and I'm sending the data, I'm getting the data back. That is a good thing. The only problem is this, that if input value exists, what happens is that when I click outside, it automatically becomes false, even if input value does exist. It should be pointer when there is no input value, at least when input value exists. So let's keep it inside this. Let's make it like this. What will happen now, that if input value does not exist, it will not be selected to tool. Don't know whether it will work or not, but let's see. Here, this is the text that I've got. Hi there, let's click outside. We are able to send, and this switched by, and we are click outside, and this switched. Okay, it works fine. The thing is that I'm only switching the tool when I have got the input value, and when I'm getting the input value, I'm checking the input value here whether it exists or not. If the input value does not exist, then it happens. First of all, I click. Okay, when I click, initially the pointer is that is pointer, so this never runs, and I get the what. Initially I select it, and once it is selected, text is selected. Once text is selected, I am rendering this. That's it. And at that time there is no input value, so nothing happens. When I get the input value, text is still there. I am just simply saving it, and once I have saved it, I am setting it to the pointer back. Good. And am I getting the data here? Let's check this thing. And this time I'm actually getting the data that I'm sending from there. Great. What is the next step? The next step is to simply render the data. I have already got the data on my front end side, back end side. Now I'm getting the data on my front end side, like inside this canvas class, sorry, game class, and once I get the data, I have to render that, as simple as that. Do I need to do anything here? Nothing. I have to just render the data. And as for this, I'm already getting the data. Type.shape add this, that means I'm already getting the data here. If as I'm already getting the data, so this time what I have to do, get socket messages. Here I'm getting the socket messages. Once I got the socket messages, I'm automatically saving it and then to the existing shapes. Then I'm clearing the canvas. So I just need to change only one code business logic here. Then I'm rendering the shape. Once I'm rendering the shape, let's render the shape. Once I'm rendering the shape, I have to add one more case over here. That's gonna be case text. Inside that, what do we need to break? Something like this. What do we need to add? First of all, we need to get the data. So from shape.data, I will be getting the data. So const text x and y. I will get all these things from shape.data. Once I got those things, what is the next step? What is the problem with these? Redeclare x and y are being redeclared. Do I have that on the top? What is the issue with this? Okay, I'm not getting an issue right now, but right now I'm getting the issue. What is the problem? That can't redeclare blocks code variable x. Okay, I'm trying to redeclare it. But I'm using if state. This actually happens like this. Okay, never mind, I will make it. I will keep it x as start x. Again, I will get an error here. What can I do in that case? Shape.data. Oh, I'm facing an error here. Can't I declare the same variable in switch statement in different case? I will have to use if else statement here. You can't declare the same variable in different cases without scoping them properly. This is because all cases in which it noxious the same to declaring a variable. Okay, I need to use this scoping this time. That's good. At least something is there here that can actually help me. So all these things are gonna be inside one scope. Then all these things are gonna be another scope. Then this thing is going to be another scope, and this thing is going to be all together inside another scope, and lastly this thing will be inside another scope. So ultimately scope was the problem. Okay, so text assigned but never used. What is the next step? This dot ctx dot how to add text. In order to add text, I already have the example here. Text on canvas, HTML canvas text. We have these things. Let's have an example. Font and field text will be enough. Font 50 pixel Arial, that's okay. Let's go with this one, and we'll be having a word like this. Okay, so this time this dot ctx dot font that's gonna be 40 pixel, and ADL, this thing is done. And after that this dot ctx dot fill text, and that's going to be text that I got, then X and then Y. That is it, and that is it actually. Let's check this thing out now. Reload the page. Hi there. Reload the page, nothing happens. You think we haven't given it to color, any color? Yeah, I think so. This dot ctx dot font style, that's gonna be white. Fill style, I'll never give fill style, so I was getting this error maybe because of that. Oh, guess what? We've got this. We've made this. Okay, so this is actually amazing right now. Kudos to me. Right now I can clear the database. Sorry. Let's do one thing. Let's not clear let's clear it actually. Congratulations, we've made this. At least text functionality is working right now. Let's delete all the data from here, and right now if I just go back, reload the page, and let's have a look at this. First of all, we have a circle. Let's create the circle here. Second thing, we have a rectangle. Let's create the rectangle here. Third, we have a line. Let's remove escape the pencil for now. We have a line here. Then we have a text. Then I can say this is the line, and click outside. Oh, if I click outside, wherever I click it goes there. Okay. This is crazy. I will fix this error. Then I have text again, and this is where it's gonna be like a rectangle, and let's click here. Okay, wherever I click, that becomes the starting point. So let's fix this error, then we will like congratulate ourselves. So right now what happens is that wherever I'm clicking, that becomes the starting point, but I don't want that. I want the starting point, and those starting points were already there, right? I need to have them as coordinates. Okay, so canvas selected, input. Let's have them as coordinates. So const position set position is equal to use state, and this is gonna be x, and is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, something like this. And whenever I am actually rendering what am I rendering? Let's remove it from here. I'm rendering the input box. At that time I have to handle this thing. So I'm rendering input box, I'm getting the position. As soon as I got the position, and if that does exist, in that case what am I doing? What I wanna do, set a position, and that's gonna be not like this, not like that only. Crazy stuff. I have to just destructure the position, and I will have to set the position so that I can use it in future. So this thing is done, and next time onwards, whenever I'm just actually saving the data, sending the data, mainly in handle click over here, I don't need to get the position again because I already have it. So I have to destructure position only like this, and it will work fine for me, so that we don't have new and once this thing I'll accept, we don't have new coordinates, and as soon as this thing is done, then we will be setting coordinates to 0 0, but that does not need to be done. Okay, this thing is done by the way here. Let's check whether it works or not. We have this text thing here. Hi there. Let's click outside, and it stays there. Okay, let's double click. and let's click outside. It goes away. If I double clicked in the, I wrote hi, it goes away. If I clicked on this, if I wrote hi, it comes back. There is one more issue with the code. That is when I double click. When I double clicked, at that time, render it and set selected rule is going to be text, something like this. Let's refresh the page. Let's write something here and let's click and it's done. So ultimately we've done it. It's so amazing. We are having 40 pixel text. Let's even make this here 40 pixel. Text is gonna be 40 pixel. Hi there. And it goes up and few problems are there yet. Bye. If I click outside, it gives it just a little at the top. I can make it top and it will come at the bottom, so I need to give it some style, and that will be in here whenever I'm game class over here. This dot ctx dot what, I have to give it a position. How can I give it a position? Let's go to this text alignment, text baseline, and that's gonna be top. Text baseline, and that's gonna be top. Let's see what happens. Let's reload the page. Hello. A little top. It just goes just a little right now. It should not happen that way. I should get it exactly at the top. How can I do it now? If I write anything, and if I just select, it just moves a little upper at the top. Even this is not bad actually, it works. But how can I fix it? The problem is this. When okay, this is how it will be shown on the canvas. So you have to manage it on the client's front end side, and when I'm trying to manage this thing on the front end side, so at that time this thing happens like this. Just a little coach up. Let me do one thing. Let me customize it manually. So what I'm doing here is this thing. So where am I setting the coordinates? Initially I have those positions, and only at that position I'm sending it back. So on handle click, I'm actually setting this plane, and that's okay. I want to check when I'm making it visible. That means on click it happens. I'm rendering it here. Once I'm rendering it, these are the coordinates that I'm giving to this. And let's see what exactly changes. I'm going to do it manually, that's another case. Only Y changes, not X. Why does the Y change? I have Y, this thing here. Okay, let's do one thing, Y plus what? Maybe 5 pixel. if still that changes, let's make it 50 and then see what happens. And now if I click here, oh, I have to minimize it. Let's make it -5. So if I click here, it comes here. I have to minimize this. Okay, let's make it -15. Okay, it happens like that. The problem was this, like, let's even remove this -15. So as soon as I click here, like I clicked here, so the text is just below the main text is below the coordinates. Like this was the coordinate where my mouse is right now, cursor is right now, but the text appeared below that. That was the problem. And I can do one more thing. I got the coordinates, but when I'm adding the text in there, yeah, I can add the text at the top. How can I make it happen? They are gonna be at the coordinates. The input should be at the top. And I already got one solution. The another solution could be when I'm actually showing the input. From left it is this much, from top it is this much. Why? But it's already less. What is the size of that? The size of the text is 40 pixel around. Yeah, but I can't get the width. I have to make it at the top. How can I make it? The extra distance that it's actually taking. By default, the size of the text is 40 pixel. Font size, that is 40 pixel. I can't really set height to this. Anyway, let's ask AI, because we have a solution but we want a better solution. Hey, when I render input box on canvas, it renders below the coordinates. Is it possible to render it on top of the coordinates? Let's check this thing out. Top, bottom. When you render input box on canvas, remember the canvas itself only supports drawing graphics, not need to vary. Typically, to show input box on canvas, developers overestimate input. Okay, if you ever appears below the coordinates you specify, it usually means the CSS positioning is offset and not adjusted correctly. So to render the input box exactly on the top of coordinates, canvas get bounding select to get the canvas position. Calculate the input box position by adding your canvas coordinates to the canvas top and left position absolute. What the hell? To render the input box exactly on top of coordinates on the canvas, do this. Use canvas.getBounding client rect to get the canvas position on the page. This gets me the canvas position. Calculate the input box position by adding your canvas coordinates to the canvas top left corner from get. Use position of on top of left and top CSS properties. Ultimately, I should be getting S and Y like this. Canvas X is here, plus canvas rect. Okay, this is how it works. Canvas Y, canvas top should work by the way. Yeah. ensure this is on the top. Let's try this thing. This could be the reason behind that. So I'm getting the positions. I'm getting the positions from where? From here. Okay. I've got X and I've got Y. Canvas rect left. This time I have to add. Yeah, I think so. Because I don't have to get the exact position on the canvas. Rather, this time I have to get the exact position on the page. And for that thing I will have to add. This time I'm not playing with the canvas. Rather, I'm playing with the page itself. Plus because you have to render input on the web page. Let's try this thing out. I'm still getting it like this. Okay, one more thing I can do. Rect dot left, rect dot top. I got the positions and then just simply rendering them, and on that position only I'm sending the values to. The values are already minimized. Okay, on that position only I'm sending the values, because once the position is set. Okay, that's right. Let's make it generic this time. That means I'm gonna be doing it like this: client X and client Y. This much it's going to be done, and as for this thing I will be just getting it everywhere and then setting it, so it will be like this. Got the positions only. Once I've got the positions, once the positions are mainly here, I'm getting this rectangular, and when it comes to this, so it's gonna be position. As for the position will be X and Y. There are going to be these two things. When it comes to this, this is going to be a rect pose dot x minus rect dot left, and position dot y minus rect dot top. Any problem? It is possibly undefined, rectangular, possibly undefined. Let's make sure that it does exist, something like this. So ultimately this is the values that I'm saving over there, and I have to get the value exactly on the top. So these values are gonna be like this: plus rect dot top, rect dot left, and first of all, even let's check if not rect return it. Any problem? No problem as such. Let's remove this thing from here. Dot. Even let's remove this thing from here and here. Okay, so the left is done, and y plus rect dot top, something like this, and ultimately I'm getting it done. And one more thing that I have to remove from the game side, and that is this text place line top. Let's see how it goes. Let's reload the page. Writing, click outside, it goes to the top, by default it is on the top, so I have to get it at the bottom. Let's get it back. How about right now? Hi there. Okay, it's still not fixed, at least not that much. Whenever I'm getting the input box, I'm not getting, I can give it the width, color. So canvas, this is the input that I have. Let's give it basic color, BG white. Let's reload the page, and this is the input box that I've got. This is the input box, it is here. I want it at the top, there is something not happening. Okay, how can I get it at the top? When it comes to the position, when it comes to rendering that, here I am rendering, so I am doing that recto dot left plus and recto dot top. I'm adding it. Canvas dot x, canvas recto dot left, recto dot top. There is no values as such right now. If I want to get the canvas coordinates, will I have to subtract this? Yes, if you want to get the position of a point related to the canvas itself, you will have to subtract these things. That's okay. So yes, this thing happens. Crazy stuff. When it comes to the canvas, this thing happens related to the canvas. Even if I subtract them here, I don't think anything is gonna change, because that is 0 0 by default. So let's reload it. Yeah, nothing changes. I just want it at the top, but it never comes at the top. I can set the height of this. There's only one solution right now as I can think of. First of all, let's remove all these things from here. Let's set no way. Okay, this thing is done. What is the next step? The next step is here, that you have to add the width. Let's give it fix the height to this input. So this is the input box that is here. The height is gonna be like around 32. Let's see how much it is. Oh, give it a black color, sorry, white color, BG white. Let's see now. That is too much, by the way. $20. Okay, if it is 20, then minimize 20 from here. Let's minimize 20 pixel. Subtract, reload the page, get it, it comes here. Height 20 pixel, that's not even that. Let's make it 40 around. This is like this. Let's take the help of AI, that's it. The main issue in your code is that the text input of value is sent on canvas click, but at that time the input may not have been changed yet. The input may not have been changed yet, or the input is not properly hidden after clicking outside. Also, the current logic triggers showing input on clicks while still managing the input's visibility, which can conflict. Here only send the text shape when the some not only canvas click. So only send the text shape when the input is submitted. Pressing enter. Does this happen here? No, it does not happen. So why don't I does it happen here? No, it does not happen. Hide input and reset states properly. Reload it. I'll get exactly same. Hide input and reset states properly when text input is submitted or cancelled. Fix can handle click so it doesn't interfere unnecessarily when input is visible. Tool is not text. Manage input. Manage is input of the state input of visibility consistently. Manage is input of visible state and input is consistent. Add small delay or prevent propagation on canvas click or record for possible behavior. Okay, this is something that I've got. Okay, I'll have to make many changes. Okay, ultimately the good thing is, let's go to row number 2. Let's check whether the things working as expected. Okay, this is the input. Right now what I am thinking of doing is let's subtract 17 from here, and once it is subtracted, let's remove the height and busy color from here. It's going to be like this. Let's reload it. I'm getting it here, hi there, and it's like this. 17 was too much, so let's keep that 16. This is gonna be manual thing, yeah, testing and trial thing, but okay, for now it's good. I will figure it out later. How's it going? Okay, it can be 15, 15, 15. Let's make it 15. Testing trial thing, great. It can be 15 now. Let's see, a little less. I have to minimize few. Subtract maybe 14. Reload the page. It's 14. Well, it is exactly what I want. So okay, never mind. It's gonna be like this. And it's gonna be set. And I can draw a circle if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I can draw a rectangle if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I can draw a pencil. Yeah, I can draw a line along with this. Yeah, I can draw nothing using this, and I can add text. adding text. Well, yeah, we have done this much. That is not bad. Okay, we worked on it a lot, really a lot. What is the next step? This thing is done for now. I will be getting this particular thing fixed later on. That's not a big problem. I'm gonna be taking break for 5 minutes around, then I'll be back and continue from here on for half an hour more, and then this is how it's gonna be going ahead. For now, let's do one thing. Clock. Let me set a timer for 5 minutes. This is gonna be like this. Actually, like this. Let's keep it here. Let's. Well, the timer is actually going to be on like this, and that is it. I'm gonna be back within 5 minutes. Alright everybody, here we are back again, and then we'll continue from here on. Alright everybody, here we are. Well, I'm audible. I was just checking this thing out whether I'm audible or not. So far we have done this much. What is the next step? I can optimize the text thing. No doubt this can be optimized. Maybe I can use text area in place of using text. That could be even better thing. But for now we are not gonna be going with that. Rather, we will be focusing on one thing, and that is sign up and sign in things. So let's work on this particular functionality when it comes to sign up. So let's talk about sign up. So for now this is the sign up page we have. That's really look terrible. So let's make it better. Our main focus is not gonna be on design because I'm not good at design at least, to be honest. So I have to learn the UI UX thing. But let's see when we are gonna be learning that. For now, let's make a simple page that's gonna be just good enough to look at. That's it. This is gonna be the main focus right now. So let's go to the sign up page. First of all, this is the sign up page. We have the auth page that we have created. This is where, and let's give it some style so that it looks good. And hello, how are you? Okay, what can I do here? I can give it the one favorite color I have, and that is BG gray, and I will set it to around 700 or something. So it will look like this. Once this thing is here, I will give it a what? Let's give it some width and height. So text ultimately width is going to be, let's keep it 500 pixel around should be enough. Height is gonna be okay as per that only. This is more than enough for now. I mean, this is how we have to go on. And apart from this particular thing, inputs, these should have almost full width. So भाई फुल स्टैक डेवलपर हो आप, कौन सी लैंग्वेज स्टडी करने पड़ते हैं? फॉर फुल स्टैक यू नीड टू नो HTML CSS जावास्क्रिप्ट फॉर फ्रंट एंड. आई मीन फ्रंट एंड के लिए HTML CSS जावास्क्रिप्ट सीखना पड़ेगा. दीज आर द बेसिक थिंग्स. एंड फॉर बैक एंड यू विल हैव टू नो जावास्क्रिप्ट, Node.js. That is it. Then you can learn TypeScript on top of that. But yeah, ultimately HTML CSS JavaScript and Node.js and some other libraries. That is it for basic things, and then you can know more to just get this stuff done. Class name let's give it a width full, and let's see how it goes. Okay, not bad actually. This looks crazy. Space Y, and that's gonna be 3. And as for the outlines, let's keep the color text black, and text black is already set. Placeholder black, placeholders are even right that way. I think this should be fine. Let's see how it looks like. And even width is going to be full over here. And now it looks like this. I can give it a border. Yeah, a border can be given. Yeah, let's give it border as well. So outline is going to be none, but I'll be setting the border by default, so it's gonna be like this. Border, that's gonna be 0, just border. And border color is gonna be black by default. Is that good? Yeah, that looks like that. Let's set border 1, and that's border 0, 2. How does that look? It looks like that. Rounded large. How does that look right now? It looks like that. Well, that's not bad. that is pretty much good. It can increase the font size. Font size is going to be for this mainly. And why am I suffering from sneeze? I have a sore throat right now, excuse me. And this is gonna be, text is gonna be large. Let's see how well it looks. Well, that's not bad, this much is okay for us. We'll be copying and pasting the things. And one more thing, outline, does anything change? Like this is the, if I click on this, nothing changes. Ultimately outline is almost the same, so I don't need to worry about that. Let's copy and paste the designs. Something like this. And right now reload the page. Well, email and password, these things look like this. And then I need to have the sign up button. Okay, I'm using turbo repo, mono repo. I could have just created them just once, but okay, the main focus is not on that. Okay, here class name. Okay, text center, width, forget about the width. Px is gonna be 3, py is gonna be 2, bg is gonna be black. Let's see. That's bad, too bad. bg is gonna be gray, and gray is gonna be 800 around, and text is gonna be white inside that. Well, it looks like this. And let's make it 4. This is like this. Text is equal to center, that does not work, so let's make it text center. It should work in that case. Let's check this thing out too, whether it actually works or not. So yeah, it's working. Px is a little, let's make it more, like 5. Sign up, that's good. Rounded can be large, let's make it just 600 for now. And when I hover over that, at that time bg gray, it can be 700. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's good. And one more thing, cursor can be pointer. How about right now? Reload the page, 20 minutes. Okay, this is how it's done. Not bad. At least we don't have lots of time to design the sign up page and all, so yeah, we have actually time, but we don't want to spend lots of time just designing the things. Let's keep it rounded large, and I will have one title here, and that's gonna be sign up. Okay, and let's give it some style. Class name, text is gonna be 40, text is gonna be 4xl. This is gonna be beach, text gray, and that's gonna be 700. And text will be center. I hope it will be fine. Oh, this is how it looks like. Not that good, not that bad. So I can even make it a font bold. Let's see. Okay, and margin bottom is gonna be suppose 3 for now. Margin doesn't work. If I keep it 10, well, it does work, by the way. It was not just visible, so I can make it around 7 or something, and it should be enough. So okay, we have made this like this. This is more than enough for us for now. Later we can add more functionalities, but for now it is enough. One more thing I can have at the bottom, that is this. Sign in, sign up is here, just below the button. Like this is the main function. Yeah, just below it here, or inside the box itself, containers that I have. inside this I can have a link. And how to links index.js, link in a link, just write next.js docs. Okay, what do we have here for next.js? We have what? Fetching the data, installation, caching, linking and navigating, that is it. And then I can have link, I can have the URL /blog, something like that, and I will get this link from next link. And something I was getting from navigation too. I think I need to get it from the navigation. Next link is used here. Okay, next link is used everywhere. All right, I got it from next link. Where is link being used? Here, over here. Can I find something like next/navigation? Yeah, here it is. I got to use params from next navigations, and I'm using the params like this. Use params. I'm getting the path name. Once I got the path name, search params, and then new search params to string. Okay, let's do it. By the way, let's use just the link right now. So I can say that I have a div. Inside that, if you already, okay, not like this. First of all, I need to have a text. So is sign in. If it's sign in, then this. Then I will have a div that. Then I will have a div. Otherwise, I will have a div. Okay, something like this, and I have to remove it from here. It's gonna be just like this. And what I have to mention here, if either signing is true, that means I'm signing in. That means create a new account. Create a new account. The link is going to be, I will be getting it from next.js. So next link, well, this is gonna be like this, even not like that, like this, more than enough. Href is gonna be /sign in, enough. And in this particular section, what am I going to do? If you already have an account, sign in here. Sign up and sign in. Href is gonna be /sign in. /sign in. This should be /sign up. And if you create an account, don't have an account in that case, sign up here. If you already have an account, sign in. Sign in here. Let's see how it looks and what is the problem here. And I need to keep it here. No, not good actually. Control C. I have to what? Expression expected. Okay, let's see. Keep it here. It should be fine now. It should be like this, and it should be like this. Maybe like this. But okay, so this is how we are gonna be going ahead. Any problem as such? Div. So this thing is done. Let's reload the page and see what we get. Reload it. Well, class name passing ECMAScript source code failed. Why did it fail? Just pick trees. Okay, let's go at the top. Oh my god, this is great. Div. Okay, seems to be okay. If you don't can be escaped with this. Okay, let's use this. And okay, seems to be alright. Let's check this thing out. So we are getting this thing. If you already have an account, sign in here. This is the link. Okay, the link looks crazy. So right now I can make it first of all blur. First of all, let's keep it inside the div, the whole thing, something like this. And class name text is going to be gray, and that would be around 400 or something. How does that look like? Well, that's good. And then as for these two things, I can give some color to this. Text blue, and that would be around 500 or something. Let's see how it looks like. Sign in here. Let's keep it 700 around. How does that look like? Sign here. Okay. When I hover over it, it will be text blue 600. Getting a call, by the way. Let me pick that up. I mean.